The morning broke like molten gold over Dubai. Light spilling across towers, sand, and horizon. The desert whispered in waves. And the city held its breath. As if awaiting a story of courage. A tale of motion and spirit. I stood upon the edge of sand and steel. The roar of engines beneath me. The warmth of the sun on my face. And the pulse of destiny thrumming in my veins. This was no ordinary race. It was a dialogue between heart and horizon. Between speed and spirit. Between man and the eternal Dubai sun. The golden dunes stretched like eternity. Each curve a challenge. Each crest a promise. I tightened my gloves. Adjusted the helm of focus. And whispered to the desert. Let me honor you with courage. Let me carve poetry with my wheels. The engines rumbled. The call to motion. The heartbeat of steel and purpose. I remembered the lessons of childhood. Riding horses at dawn. Falcons circling above. My father's eyes watching silently. Reminding me that greatness is not claimed. It is nurtured in silence. The signal rose. And with a heartbeat. The world exploded into motion. Wheels spun, sand rose. And the roar of freedom shook the desert air. The first curves came like questions. And I answered each one with precision. With intuition, with heart. The sun bore down. And the heat pressed upon every sense. But I felt no fatigue. For I was not racing merely for the line. I was racing for legacy. For the poetry of motion. For the glory beneath the Dubai sun. Every second was a stanza. Every drift a verse. The desert became canvas. The car my brush. And the spirit of victory my ink. The first checkpoint appeared. Flags waving, shadows dancing. I passed it silently. Not with triumph. But with gratitude. For victory is not in crossing the line first. It is in embracing the journey. In feeling every pulse of the desert. And in knowing that courage can outshine fear. The golden dune stretched further. Beckoning, testing, inspiring. And I, a rider of wind. A son of sand. Pressed onward. Each heartbeat a drum of destiny. Each breath a whisper to eternity. The sun climbed higher. Casting fire across the dunes. The air shimmered with heat. Yet I felt a cool clarity in my veins. The desert was alive. Watching, waiting, judging. And I, a son of its sands. Welcomed the challenge. The engine growled beneath me. Its hum a symphony of power and intent. Each gear shift was deliberate. Each turn a silent dialogue with destiny. I was racing, yes. But more than that, I was learning. To speak the language of courage. The dunes rose like golden waves. Their peaks illuminated by the blazing sun. Sand whipped past, stinging, challenging. Yet I embraced it as a teacher. For in every grain of sand, there was a story. Of perseverance, of strength, of history. I remembered the early mornings of my youth. When the falcon on my arm. And the horse beneath me. Taught me patience. Teaching me that speed without purpose was nothing but chaos. Now the desert demands